Hi, welcome to the weekly affirmation. So this week's affirmation is I allow myself to shine. I just saw a bird flying up into the sky. Allow yourself to shine, people. Anyway, I have two questions with me that we will discuss, and feel free to share your answers to those questions in the comments, or you can just tell me how it felt while saying the affirmation. So let's get into it. Let's say the affirmation first before we get into the questions. As always, have some skin to skin contact if it's possible. If it's not possible, then it's fine. You can just have your hand on your chest like this. And if it's possible, say it in the mirror so you get like the visual effect. But if it's not possible, just say it out loud and listen and feel yourself while you say the affirmation. Okay? Say it when you're ready. We're going to say it 3 times. I allow myself to shine. I allow myself to shine. I allow myself to shine. How did that feel? Write that in the comment and tell me. I allow myself to shine. So to the first question, do I stop myself from leveling up? This is a serious question, and it's one that we have to answer honestly, because by answering this question, we get to see our relationship with success. And that's very important because when we expand, we become more. And most of us are afraid of becoming more because we are afraid of failing in the process. We're afraid of what others will say about us. We're also afraid of what it actually means to become more. Most of us have never seen what it means to become more. We haven't seen it in our environment, so we do not know it. And because we're so afraid of what we don't know, we try to stop ourselves from reaching out. We try to stop ourselves from expanding. But we don't have to stop ourselves from expanding. You see, most people stop themselves from expanding because, one, they don't want to change because they don't know what the expansion is going to bring. And two, which is, I believe, the most important reason, is that we're afraid that we're going to lose the relationships, the connections that we have. But in all honesty, if by expanding, if by shining your light, people become uncomfortable and at the end of the day you lose them, then the truth is you have outgrown them long ago, for a long while now, and you have just been playing small. You haven't been true to yourself. If once you become and start acting according to your truth, and that causes people to go away, they aren't your people. It's the plain fact, they aren't your people. The relationships that are meant to be with us, the ones that are meant to grow with us, they will stay. Because not all people, not all the connections that we have can stay with us. Will stay with us, they can't. This is because when you grow and you learn more and you expand, you allow that new truth to change you, not everyone is going to come along with you because not everyone is comfortable with certain truth. Everyone is on their own journey. That's something we always have to keep in mind. And sometimes we just end up going different ways, different paths. It's okay. It's okay to let go of people that we no longer align with. It's hard, it's tough, definitely, but it's okay to let go of them. Because if you don't let go of them, eventually you start to resent yourself. Because if you know that you were meant for more and you have seen a little bit of what that more could be, but you're afraid of going towards that more because you want to keep the particular relationship, you will start resenting yourself and resenting that person. There's no need to resent anyone. Just let it go. And some people you meet again. Some paths they cross again 2 times in life, but not all. And it's okay. Some people are just meant to be with us for just a tiny bit of the journey, and some are there for a bit longer. You know the saying, some people, no, how does it go again? Some people are branches, some people are leaves, some people are part of our roots, and some people are trunk. I do not remember the exact saying, but it's something like that. Some people, you just have them for a season, and once that season is done, it's done. They go. And it's okay to let them go. Do not hold on to people just because you're afraid of letting them go. That's the reason why feminine, is that what you call it? Friend enemies. They exist for a reason, and that's literally the reason why. Instead of letting go, you're still clinging onto a relationship that has no meaning, or so what, in your life anymore. So don't hold your leveling up back. Don't hold yourself back from leveling up just because you want to keep relationships. And don't hold yourself back from leveling up just because you're afraid of change. Change is part of us. We are an embodiment of change. So allow it. Let it flow through you and see where it's going to take you. And believe me, the journey is going to be fun. Uncomfortable, but fun. Okay? So do not hold yourself back. Shine your light, because your light will inspire someone else to shine theirs. Okay? So to the second question, do I play to my strength? Again, this is a very important question because it tells us that we know ourselves. We know which area we're good in and in what we're good in and how we express that. But if you cannot answer this question, then I want you to ask yourself another question. And that is, do I know my strength? And do I know myself? Because if you do not know yourself, you can hardly know your strength. Because you see, many people think strength is the loudest ability or something that you have, but it's not. Sometimes strength can be the fact that you stop before reacting to anything, or you don't talk a lot. You listen. And sometimes strength can be that you feel a lot. And of course, if you don't balance that properly, it will feel overwhelming. But by you feeling a lot and holding space for others, you're teaching others that it's possible to hold space for things outside of you, as well as for things in you. Those are strengths. And those are very important personality building strengths. They are not the typical loud, like, oh my God, I can do math. They're not. They're a different type of strength. So you see, strength is not just one type of thing. It has different faces. So if you cannot state your strength, that means you do not talk to yourself often. You're not in communication with yourself. You do not know yourself. You do not know the expression of things. You do not know the expression of yourself. So if that's the case, please take your time and get to know yourself. Get to know and see this amazing human, this amazing spiritual being that is having this human experience. Get to know and see all the glorious ways in which you help people without them knowing, or all the glorious ways in which you inspire people to become more in one way or the other, or all the other ways in which you just being. People are being influenced. We all influence each other. So take your time and get to know yourself. Another thing about strength is we all have it, and we all have more than one. If someone says they only have one type of strength, that means, so I believe that tells me that you do not go outside of your comfort zone, and 2, you are becoming complacent, or you have already become complacent, and you're not growing anymore. Because our strength, they evolve with time. The more we experience, the more we learn, the more we integrate the lessons, the more we grow. The more the expression of certain strength changes. And some of them, they combine. They come together and combine, And Therefore, if you just say you only have one type of strength, that means you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. You're just doing the bare minimum. So leave your comfort zone and take up space. Put yourself out there, learn something new, fail in the process, learn from that failure, and then continue. Because you have, to be honest, we humans, well, we spiritual beings having a human experience, we have a well of potential. And we have the capability to become so much more. Therefore, when people don't allow themselves to become more, it influences all of us. Because imagine a child who grew up in a household where people actively choose not to become more. They would think that is the norm, and they will also stop themselves from becoming more. It will take a generation breaker, yeah? Is that what I call it? Yeah, it will take a generation breaker to stop that circle. And not all of us are generation breakers, okay? Some of us, we just conform and then just live life. So I just saw a bird fly, and again, just spread out your wings and fly. Take up space. Don't be afraid of what others will say. The right people will be inspired. The wrong people will just be jealous because they're triggered. So always play to your strength, because by you doing that, you're acting out on your truth. And by you doing that, you're building trust with yourself. And by you doing that, you're telling yourself that you love yourself, that you see yourself, and that you know yourself. So don't play small just so you can fit in the boxes that others have created for you. Play to your strength and go into your true box, which is basically the whole universe. Okay? So you have enough space to expand. So expand, play to your strength, and be glorious. So those were the 2 questions that I have for this week's affirmation. And as always, remember, you decide what you become. So allow yourself to shine. Let's say the affirmation one more time before closing this video. I allow myself to shine. I allow myself to shine. Have a blessed week.